Luna said to me the other day, she goes, "Hey, Dad, I like you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I love that too."
Yeah, that's good.
That's from Daniel Tiger.
I like when they'll just, you're sitting there doing something and they'll just kind of crawl up next to you and just lean on you.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your teenagers probably don't do that anymore, do they?
A little bit.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's so funny because they're always very like religious about saying goodnight. We have kind of like a goodnight routine.
Oh,
They always like come in and give me a kiss and a hug and then say goodnight every night.
Oh.
Which I don't know, I really like that.
Yeah, and they're 14.
They're 15.
Oh, man.
Brady does that. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, Brady does it.
And he's...
Dad, will you come tuck me in?
You don't want? You don't like it?
I don't tuck them in, but they come to me. I'm in my bed.
Okay.
And
I
so
have to go upstairs and say goodnight there.
You sound like
That's
the biggest
amazing.
jerky father. You don't want to say goodnight to your son?
I could say it right now. You have to be in bed to accept my goodnight.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what it is. Like, yes, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah.
But he's like, we come upstairs and say goodnight.
And do you do it?
Yes,
Okay, well, at least you do
Okay,
it.
yeah.
we
all
do
right.
it.
Well, that's better than me because I don't get out of my bed. They come to me.
I don't know if that's the best introduction to Gary being on the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to Gary, the jerkiest,
The father who
most
doesn't wanna-
ungrateful dad in America.
My oldest does it.
My teenage kids want to be around me. It's so stupid.
But what if your daughter does
I got
it?
crap to do.
Like, because she's 10, 11?
She's 11.
Yeah. If she said it, would it be different?
She doesn't say it.
And that's why I love her.
Oh,
No,
Brady's.
she kicks me out of the room.
Yeah,
She's
so-
always sitting reading, and she's like, "Will you leave?"
Amazing.
Oh, man.
So is Ginger, or is she more like Ginger then? I'm sorry, more like you, and then Brady is more like Ginger, a little bit
No,
more,
I don't
a
know.
little softer, a little more tender-hearted.
No, Jenny is probably more like me, and Brady's. Well, I don't know. Ginger's not.
She's not
She's not like that.
affectionate, really, or like.
It's funny because I think you are affectionate.
Yeah, my kids still come and like sit on me almost on the couch.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
Jenny,
Not so much.
not as often, but the boys will, like Brady will like sit right in my space.
Yeah,
And-
dude, get off.
Well, I'm just like, it's cool. They like
Yeah,
me.
bud. Yeah,
Okay.
I like Brady. I like that.
I like it
problem.
too. All right. Well. Also, I like that we gave you a mic, but did not put the camera on you.
No.
So people would be looking at a lot of our face just listening to you.
Just watch us listen.
What's the
to
most?
somebody else? Isn't
what's
that
the-
riveting?
What's the most awkward, Chris? What's the most awkward situation you've ever been
No,
in?
that's a good point.
Yeah. Maybe we should change the theme to kids.
No.
We love our kids.
I love our kids.
Yeah.
You were asking me though about most embarrassing moments.
What's the most embarrassing moment of
Yeah.
your life?
Okay, I got one for this. This was we were doing these Christmas shows at our church. Thousands of people came through. It was a highlight of my year. It was so fun. And this year I was with another one of our friends, Andrew Dale. We were performing as clowns,
Yeah.
and we were doing this routine where we would pull somebody out of the audience.
We should point out, kind of like Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, there
clowns,
was Cirque.
not birthday party clowns.
Right. Yeah, it was like more like Cirque du Soleil, inspired. We are by no means, performers of that caliber, especially when it comes to clowning.
You didn't need
And
to say that. People know.
That's true. Everyone already knew that. But we did this bit where we Andrew picks a lady out of the audience and is smitten, and so they go on like this date, and it's this little funny thing, and then I come out as the waiter on the date, and I'm smitten as well, and I put on some Barry White music, and I do this little dance,
Little sexy dance.
little sexy dance, and a clown doing a sexy dance. It's hilarious.
Yeah, big butt.
Big butt, it was fun. Well, so opening night, very first show, and Andrew goes out into the audience, and I'm watching on a monitor backstage. I can see who he picks and how it's going and all this kind of stuff. So I know my cue when to run out on the stage. He picks this blonde-headed young lady, and part of the gag is he basically calls her out of the audience. She stands up and walks out to the aisle where he's standing. She stands up and starts walking to the aisle, and I'm just all of a sudden getting a really sick feeling because I'm like, wait a second. She looks pretty young. It's like, who did he pick? What is this? She comes into the light, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is like a 12-year-old girl. And so I'm freaking out backstage.
Obviously, you want this to be
appropriate.
An appropriately aged woman.
An appropriately aged woman. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, what the heck is Andrew thinking? Like, why would he pick someone so young? Anyways, they go through the whole bit, do the whole thing. And I'm just going like, do I go out there? Should I actually do this? Like, is this just going to be wildly crazy? So weird and inappropriate or weird. Finally, I just thought, I'm just going to do it. I think everybody will understand it's a joke. And I'm wearing this clown outfit, whatever. So I go out there, and right before I went out on stage, I just said, "Here goes nothing." like I was just losing it backstage. I'm actually embarrassed at how I reacted backstage because I was so freaked out. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? Like I'm literally going like, what am I supposed to do? And I just finally had to just go, I'll just do it. And I did it, and it was fine. A few people afterwards were like, she was kind of young.
That was a bit odd.
That was a little weird. So I'm like, Andrew, what the heck were you, why did you? And he's like, it was dark. I couldn't tell. She looked like she was much older. So we, thankfully, I don't know, Andrew, I think we decided after that night to go, okay, let's pick a person before
together.
Or just before while we can make sure we see.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then kind of know where she's sitting, and then make sure she's of age.
Yeah.
But I was mortified. Like I just remember thinking like, oh, I hope this is not taken the wrong way.
It's pretty good.
There it is.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, welcome to the podcast. Good to see all of you. Wonderful people. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to us talk.
I'll do a proper intro. I didn't do one last time.
You didn't.
Welcome to the podcast. Adam Bush, Chris Munch. And behind, you can hear him, but you can't see him. Our best bud, Gary Hornstein.
Garbo.
He's keeps talking during the podcast that we gave him a mic.
Had to give him a mic.
Yeah, had to give him a mic.
Wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, you'll never see him.
I'm going to talk more with the mic in front of me.
Yeah.
You're probably going to see him here pretty soon. This is a podcast about a couple of guys and their buddy who risked it for the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit.
All of us actually, Chris and I, we worked at a church for a long time. Chris, 22 years. Mm-hmm. And over the last couple of years, we both made a decision independently and together to leave our jobs and pursue careers in entertainment.
That's right.
And as performers. So I'm a stand-up comedian and a writer, and Christopher is an actor.
Yeah.
And a stand-up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we do a lot of shows together.
Yeah, we do.
And Gary also, he said, I love Adam and Chris so much, I will also quit my job. So he also quit his job, and he helps us fulfill our dreams.
Yeah. That's what he said. That's all he wants to do.
He was just like, if I can be there for,
dreams.
it's really selfless, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Everybody needs one.
Not sure what his family's going to do.
No, they've got no money. And we're not supporting them.
No, we're not.
I got enough trouble trying to support my own family. Yeah, so this podcast follows our journey, and every episode we tell a story, pick a theme, and today we got a story, then we got a theme, and then we're gonna do some comments of the week at the end.
Comment of the week.
Yeah, and that's what's happening today. So welcome to the podcast. I have a story about being embarrassed.
Okay.
So if you watch my special, you can hear the story of going to jail, where I accidentally took a knife to the airport.
Yes.
And my dad had to bail me out.
Of course. Who could forget?
And what a lot of people don't know, that is the first time I went to jail.
Okay.
The second time was I was newly married, and I was working at a church, at the church that we worked at, and that church used to have a camp, and so a bunch of us are driving out to this camp to put on a service, and we get pulled over for speeding, and the cop says, and the thing was my license was expired and I didn't have it. That's a pretty normal thing I did pre-marriage. Like I was just pretty irresponsible.
Yeah.
Like regularly I would drive with an expired license. Because my license was expired, I also didn't have insurance.
Okay.
So cop goes, yeah, you're getting some tickets. He doesn't take me to jail. He says, but you got to go to court. So a couple weeks later, I go to court, and the judge is so kind to me. She says, I like what you guys do at that camp, and if you'll just get this all fixed, get a license,
Right?
because I'm a 30-year-old man.
Get insurance.
Get insurance,
Yeah.
up to date. I will dismiss this charge.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. So I left that day and totally forgot that she told me to do those things.
Oh my gosh, Adam.
About 7 months later, I'm just driving, and it just dawns on me that I never took care of that.
Oh my gosh.
So I call up Di, and I tell her we got to go to court, and so we're gonna go on that Monday. Like we're just gonna show up.
Yeah.
And so I take the day off work. I tell no one.
Right.
Because I knew I don't know, people wouldn't like it or whatever. I'm kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I go and I'm standing in front of the judge, and it's a different judge. He is not as friendly as the previous judge. And I just tell him the story, and he goes, all right, bailiff. And I said, I'm sorry, what's happening right now? And he said, you're going to jail. He said, we've got a bench warrant out for your arrest since you didn't show up.
Oh my gosh.
So just right there in front of my brand new wife, our new life together, put me in cuffs and they throw me in jail.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm in this holding cell for a long time, just by myself, until eventually the cop comes back, and he's going to take me to the real jail, and it's outside, and I'm in cuffs and like ankle cuffs or whatever, and so I got to walk outside now, and I'm so embarrassed.
Oh my gosh.
Because like I am literally a prisoner.
Wow.
And it's my own fault. And so I go in there, and they take my mugshot, and I'm standing there, and right before they take me into the cell with everybody else, and I have to put on like the orange suit, this random guy comes up to me. He goes, hey, you're coming with me. He bails me out. Apparently, when Diana walked out of the courtroom with us having no plan on how to get me out, this bailiff comes up to, or I guess he wouldn't be a bailiff, a bail bondsman comes up to her and he goes, hey, this is it's like super illegal what I'm doing, like approaching you, but I can tell that you guys have no idea what's going on. And so I'll pay his bail, and you pay me $150 and I'll put his bail up, and then I'll go get him out of the jail. And so that's what happened. And so I follow him out, and he takes me to the car where Di's waiting on me, and she's unhappy with me, to say the least. And my end of that story is just that, like, instead of getting away free, I ended up having to pay $3,000,
Oh my
which
gosh.
totally sucked our first year of marriage because we had no money. But
You had to pay $3,000.
I did $3,000.
That's
Yeah.
at that time of your life too, where it's like,
I would hate it now, but yeah.
Right, yeah,
I mean, we lived, this is not a lie. We lived off of $17.50 a week as our meal
your
budget.
meal budget.
$70 a month. That's what we had for food because I was working full time. Di was in an internship that she had to pay for, and I didn't make that much money, and that's what was happening.
Amazing.
Somehow we made it. We
through.
did not get in debt. I don't know how. That wasn't supposed to be the end of that story, but that's the most embarrassing
Wow.
experience.
What was the most embarrassing moment? Were you saying like walking out, like seeing your wife,
No,
or having the cuffs?
the
and all
cuffs
that
of
kind of
being
stuff?
outside.
It's fascinating how like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just the process of being put in cuffs. It's like, emasculating is not the right word, but like, in some ways it's kind of dehumanizing in a way. Like it feels like,
I felt,
I don't
yeah.
think we think about that when we see people
No.
in cuffs or something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I kind of forgot too, but like,
until it's you. Until
Yeah.
you're the one in cuffs going like, oh my gosh. Like there was a girl that I knew that was a friend of mine that talked about how she kind of had a similar story where she had all these parking tickets or something and then ended up forgetting about it. And then they like booked her and took her through all the stuff. And she's just like going, it was the weirdest feeling because no one was for her.
That's true. That's true.
Like for the first
Yeah.
time in her life, she had no one to just be like, hey,
Yeah.
you guys know me. This is not like,
Right.
this wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
This is a mistake, whatever.
Yeah.
And like no one cares. Like no one's listening.
Yep.
And it's just like you're at the mercy of
Yeah.
just the process.
Well, the first time I went to jail for taking the knife into the airport, I remember I was sitting in like the main holding room, which was where you did your mug shot. It's a pretty big room. It had televisions and phones in it and stuff. There was a desk with cops there. And I, at some point, just had a question, just maybe about like, like I had been waiting for hours.
Yeah, right.
And I was just wanted to know what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
And I remember walking up to the lady cop and she said, I was just like, I just wanted to find out. And she just goes, we'll call you. Like just very dismissive.
Yeah, sure.
And I didn't have any authority to be like, okay, hold on, wait a second. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like in another situation, it was like, I have a right here to know. I didn't really have a right to know.
Yeah, yeah.
And plus, I did my thing accidentally. Yeah. Everybody else that's there, like they committed a crime fairly purposely.
Yeah, sure.
And so she's dealing with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not a great environment.
But everybody there, I'm sure, is acting like they did everything an accident or
right.
Like
sure.
so there's just no trust
exactly.
from which to work from.
Yeah.
How often are you in situations like I can't think, I'm never in those kinds of situations. I'm never in a situation where I don't have somebody I could call.
Right.
Just be like, hey, can you hear me out? This is what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah. So embarrassing moments. Yeah. I can't really think of, did you ever have like a, I've never been like embarrassing moments. I think when I was a kid, the ones I'd hear about were just like pants down.
Yeah.
Or just like once, just like
what was embarrassing to you as a kid? I remember being deathly afraid that I was going to get depantsed when I went to a new school in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
And like somebody said like, oh, you're going to that school? Oh yeah. They depants a lot of people over there. It was like hot news in the neighborhood. That was the school was known for. Are you going to that school? A lot of people get depantsed over there.
Do you have an embarrassing story, Gary? Like you ever been embarrassed?
Never.
No.
This is a guy who like wears a Speedo to his birthday party. Or
is that true? Did you do that?
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't.
Well, I mean,
thanks. Guess wasn't invited to that
hot
one.
tub in a Speedo.
Oh yes.
Not like my kid's party.
Yeah.
Right. Should have clarified that.
I don't know what it is about like my what do they call it? Like the way that you're raised, nurture.
Oh,
I don't know what it is about my nurture growing up, but I've been in some
you
situations where I should have been embarrassed.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I went with Gary and his wife Ginger and my wife. We went camping.
Yeah.
And they leading up, like we were gonna. It was the first time I ever went camping.
Yeah.
We were gonna summit a 14,000 feeder, 14er.
Yeah.
Mountain.
Which blows my mind. But go ahead.
Proceed. They did P90X.
Yeah.
In preparation.
Yeah.
I did nothing.
Nothing.
I did zero. Nothing.
And just expected to just
I don't know.
roll
I was
up
just like,
and it'll be fine. It'll
be
work
fine.
out.
That's what I thought. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just going for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so hard.
Yeah.
The 6-hour hike up just to get to our campsite.
Just to get to the base camp.
I kept those guys like
Yeah.
we were going so slowly. I was so far behind.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I had to give my pack to my wife because she was stronger than I am.
Yeah.
And I should have been embarrassed. Would you say that?
I shouldn't have let you come.
Yeah,
And-
honestly.
That's amazing you'd say that because you know what I was thinking the whole time? yeah, these guys are idiots for letting me come.
Amazing.
That's what I
It was our
felt.
fault.
it was their
For
fault.
me, it was their fault.
We just
Amazing.
trusted, Adam's maybe not doing P90X. He's doing something.
He's doing something. Surely he's not going to try to just. Surely he loves us enough to not.
He's at least going for a walk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So, I don't think that's an appropriate way to think.
Yeah.
I should have. I think the appropriate thing to do would have been to be embarrassed.
Yeah. I think I'm really afraid of being embarrassed. So like I have to constantly push myself to try things that there might be
Oh,
the
yeah.
potential of becoming embarrassed.
You did the Steven Stevens thing at
Yeah.
at the concert.
I did. I went to a Michael Bublé concert as a character, as Steven Stevens.
Pretty effeminate character.
It was just, it's in social settings and in crowds, like I'm totally fine to just blend into the crowd. I'm much more comfortable just kind of fitting in. And so to kind of put on these ridiculous clothes and just kind of walk around knowing that everybody just thinks I'm a real person was really funny to me. So that's why I did it. I just thought, oh, this is just funny and fun. But it was really uncomfortable at first, especially after I kind of warmed up a little bit. It was better, but just feeling everybody like looking at you weird and all of that, and not knowing how the night was going to go, it just felt kind of stupid. Spent a lot of money on the ticket, and so you're just like, am I just being like, is this? So I was kind of afraid of that I was going to be embarrassed and no one understanding what I'm doing, So there was a lot of at risk in for me, anyways, and it all ended up working out great, and ended up Bublé noticed me, and it
was a great reward.
It was crazy. It was great. Yeah, and the videos we made out of that experience was really fun, and I'm proud of those videos and stuff. So it turned out great, but I was definitely afraid of being embarrassed, and I would say I was kind of embarrassed a little bit.
Yeah, even though it
Just had
worked
to push
out.
through it. Yeah.
I think I get. I do think I get embarrassed and maybe don't show it as much. Well, I get embarrassed whenever I am confident of something and find out that I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
I don't really love that.
Yeah.
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 So, and I think because of it, I'm always like looking at what the rules are. Like I always think about this. So this is a nerdy thing, but like when I fly, you go in group numbers, and so I always want to get on the plane early. I know a lot of people don't think they don't like that, but I want to get on the plane early because if you don't get on early enough, you can't put your bag on the plane.
Oh, sure.
And then it's just kind of a nightmare getting your bag. And so,
Yeah.
People, every time I hear somebody go, "We're all going to the same place," people, I think, yeah, but I'm going to have my stuff with me when I get there. So, but I always look at my group number and like, I'm deathly afraid of like going a little too early. Like maybe I'm in group 3 and they call group 2 and I wasn't paying
kind
attention.
of cutting in line.
And then she goes, "I'm sorry, this isn't you." Like,
Yeah,
to me would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
And the siren goes off.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Right.
Sir, what are you doing? Sir, is there a battery
This
in that
guy's
bag?
trying to.
There's a battery in that bag.
Oh.
He's trying to cut.
Yeah, I guess with the battery thing, I'm just like, I think if I think it's stupid, if I
we
think
were
the
going to cut that story. I'm sorry. I'm referencing a story that we talked about.
Oh yeah, that's true. We probably shouldn't talk about it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Meh. Edit point.
edit point.
Yeah. If I think
Another embarrassing story now, Chris.
this story.
Just now.
Yeah.
Idiot. Why did I say that?
So speaking of airlines, this is an embarrassing story. I'm on a plane the other day, and we are in the air. I am a big rule follower. As long as I understand, that's a good rule. The caveat, I know you're looking at me like you're not.
As long as you understand that.
As
it's
long
a
as
good
I
rule.
understand, that is a good rule.
Okay, I see what
If
you're
I
saying.
think the rule is stupid, I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I'm
doesn't
out.
apply to me.
Doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate. So a rule that I think is really important is don't make phone calls while you're like in the air on the plane.
While you're flying.
That's their rule.
Yeah.
It's the FAA. Yeah, FAA.
Regulation.
What'd you say?
Airplane mode.
I don't go airplane mode because it kind of cuts off or whatever, and I just use the Wi-Fi. But like I'm just like, I'm not gonna call someone when I'm in the air. That would be silly.
Okay.
They tell you not to do that.
Yeah.
I look and there's this guy. He's FaceTiming his buddy, and I'm like, idiot. what is this guy doing? So I get the flight attendant and go, hey, this guy over here is FaceTiming his friend.
Mom.
Told on the guy.
I told on the guy.
Mom.
That's exactly, yeah. Yeah, sir. Yeah. So he goes over and goes, sir, you can't do that. And like takes him a while to get the guy to stop. And like guy shuts it down. And the flight attendant comes over to me and goes, thank you so much. And I was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Proud that I did that.
Yeah.
Diana, so embarrassed that I told on that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Was Diana there with you?
Di was sitting next to me.
She was next to you?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, this is a rule.
Yeah, this is
you
a
can't
rule.
do this. So I'm thinking, this is ridiculous that Di is embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right. I can't believe like she's the one person that would disagree with what I did. So I start polling all my friends.
Yeah.
Nobody's on my side.
Yeah.
Everyone says I would not have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including you.
Including me.
Yes.
I don't know that that's the right, that what I'm saying is right.
Sure.
But if I was in that situation, I would not have said that.
Gary?
And maybe that just speaks to my lack of self-confidence to like stand up for what's right. But I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have. I guess you talked about rules that actually are, you see the purpose for.
Yeah.
That would be one that I'm kind of like, I don't.
You
what's
don't
the
see
big-
it.
I mean, we're watching movies on the video screen in front of our faces that
Yeah.
we have to pay for.
Well,
But this guy can't.
well, hold on. Hold on. How
don't have
is
to
the
pay.
last plane you flew on in 1992?
1987.
Yeah, no
the
one's-
screen dropped down in the front, and they wheeled a projector out.
Okay, for one, we're not paying
Little
for those
bumpy.
anymore.
Yeah, no, that's true. You can pay for Wi-Fi though.
Yeah, you have to pay for.
What? That's what I mean.
Yeah, you do have to. Well, but you can watch a show for
movies.
free.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
that part of the Wi-Fi you can jump on.
Yeah.
But like I did research, and I don't know how accurate this is, but it said that there's an antenna that hangs on the bottom of the plane.
Yeah.
All of the signals are coming to and from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so the article I read said, yeah, one person on their phone's not going to mess it up, but if everybody gets on their phone, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, there was just one person on their phone. Right?
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Yeah.
No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Who wrote that article?
Probably the guy who was on his phone.
Probably United Airlines. So they're creating. They are shaping the narrative.
I don't know. You're a conspiracy theorist. That's where this has gone. Conspiracy theories.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Would you have told on him, Gare?
No.
What is wrong with you guys?
Socially inappropriate, socially inconsiderate.
Socially
Yeah, if I'm sitting next to the guy, that feels that.
What about
honestly,
just the fact? Okay, take away the breaking the rule.
Yeah.
It's loud,
No, that I could.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's.
but you're still like, no, you wouldn't say anything.
No, I mean, it's like on a coffee shop and somebody's FaceTiming. That's annoying as well, but it's not against the rule.
It's rude, but I don't know that it's so rude that it would necessitate like, hey, we got to shut this down.
Okay. I'm not. This changes. I changeth not.
Did you?
What I feel.
Was it personally bothering you, like to the point like you can hear what he's saying
It
and
made
it's
me
annoying?
feel. It made like my skin crawl.
Yeah,
The both. It's loud,
yeah,
and that's a rule
yeah.
that I
That
believe
we're all
in.
on board with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think this is that's just how I felt. What world are you living in that you think it would be okay to FaceTime someone from a plane?
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
This is over the top. This is the same as if somebody brings like a hamburger on the plane and is
Yeah.
eating it.
It's annoying, but at least it's not breaking the rule, like, or whatever.
yeah. I guess there's
So if they
no
lift the ban
a phone
now
call. Yeah,
FaceTime on planes, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be doing it.
I guess you might be right. I might be like, oh, this is annoying, but
cut to what's up, Di?
yeah. All right. Well, Lone Ranger on this one.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Time to move on to the last segment. Comments of the week.
Comments of the week. Did you get any doozies this week?
Dude, I got some doozies.
Okay.
So I had a video If you want to follow me on social media, you can follow at Hey Adam Bush on all of them. I posted a video on YouTube last week.
Okay.
And it got about 45,000 views. And part of the reason it probably got all those views is because it got a lot of comments.
Yeah.
So I tried to do this, which I don't know if I told you guys this. I tell so many stories in my sets that there's sometimes like, man, I wish I could post this, but it's like, it's not a minute long.
Yeah.
Like it's like 3 or 4 minutes long. So I was like, I'm just going to try. So on YouTube Shorts, it was actually the camping story about me going camping with Gary. I broke it up into 5 parts. Part 4 just went crazy. And it doesn't make a lot of sense out of context.
Yeah.
And that was some of the comments. But I am just amazed at what some people said. All right, I'm just going to read you a couple because they're kind of all in the same vein. Well, I'll just read you one. This is amazing. The pretentious illiterate. That's their name.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Pretentious illiterate. So they're okay.
So they're a little bit of
They're self-aware.
They're a little
least,
self-aware. Said this. Nobody loves this guy enough to tell him he doesn't belong on stage.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry that you got that message.
But he does.
So he loves me. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I
guess that's true.
That's a good point.
He's sharing. He's expressing his love to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can. Oh my gosh.
Did you respond to him?
I did respond to
Or
him.
her?
Yeah, I did respond. Yeah, I don't know if it's guy or girl. I did respond. Here's the deal, and you guys tell me what you think about this. I don't want to add to the hate.
Yeah.
Like that's such a hateful comment.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, you don't think it is?
Well, no, it is. I mean, at its core,
From
it's
their perspective, it's a
from their perspective, they're saying, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, it is a painful, hurtful way of saying, I don't think this person is a very good performer.
What does this guy think? Like,
Yeah, it's
is
just-
this going to help me? Oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
The pretentious illiterate. That's a
I think
fair point.
It's a little bit of an arrogance as if to say, I see things that the other people don't see.
I guess so. I guess so.
It's
yeah.
a little pretentious.
Yeah. So I'm not looking to add to the hate.
Yeah, right.
all.
No, I get it. Yeah.
So I said to him, I'm thankful for your concern. I wrote something pretty long. I'm thankful for your concern. I have been so blessed with a wonderful community of friends here in Tulsa who have been honest and supportive over the last 4 years. If not for them, I wouldn't have been able to find this special, nor quit my job to make a living at writing a comedy, nor film a dry bar special coming out 2023. So a little
bit of a flex there.
I guess I was a little flex. I can see where you're coming from, though. You don't love my stuff, and that's totally cool. There's so many amazing comedians who just aren't my jam, but I'm still excited for all of them as they follow their passions and what they're good at. I pray you have wonderful friends as well who love to cheer you on in your talents, and I hope your weekend ends amazing. Much love to you from Tulsa.
Wow.
The sad thing is, they can't even read that.
Because he's illiterate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad. Maybe you should have thought of a better way to communicate with him since he's illiterate.
That's a good point. Yeah, I should have made a video. They responded.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. There wasn't even a joke in this clip. That's what they wrote.
Yeah.
And then he wrote, wait, I listened again. And then he put in quotations, your wife. I get it now. It took me a little bit to honestly figure out what he said.
What is he saying?
I just mentioned my wife.
So you being married is a joke?
Me being married is a joke.
Yeah.
How ridiculous that I would be married.
Yeah.
So he is not backing down on the...
That's so fascinating to me.
Which part?
Oh, just in the face of kindness, this person would continue to like...
Kind of a backhanded kind of...
I guess that's true. You were a little prickly.
What's funny is before I read that, I was like, I remember being really kind. And then I'm reading it now. I was like, Adam, you're being kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I guess
I didn't mean it to be like that.
Yeah, you're basically saying, what do you know? But
I guess I was.
Yeah.
So I guess I was a little hurt. And it kind of came through. So then I said, totally, It's something new I tried, breaking up a longer story for YouTube. It seemed to work pretty well. I do love comedy, but I also love storytelling, so I'm a fan of clips, even if they don't have a joke.
Yeah.
And then he said, bro, lighten up. I was like, oh, I thought it was.
Oh, we're joking. This is all a joke.
I don't know. I thought, yeah, I guess, yeah.
What are videos that he's posted that you could make insulting comments on and then tell him to lighten up
Wait.
after you've...
What are you saying?
I'm saying whatever this person's name is.
The pretentious illiterate.
The pretentious illiterate. What videos have they posted?
No videos.
Right.
100% of any negative comments I get, no videos.
So then you could just say, well, when you post a video, I'll go on there and make a hurtful comment and then tell you to lighten up about it.
When you make a video about reading.
When you put yourself out there.
Yeah. I want to say that, but it does not.
No, it's
yeah.
not. It's pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless. Yeah. So, yeah. And so here, I'll just read you this other comment that is actually pretty good.
Is that gaslighting? Is that what that person's doing? To tell you to lighten up after they've just
I guess
insulted
it is.
you?
Yeah, I think that is gaslighting.
Would that be considered gaslighting?
I think, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying.
Yeah, basically like turning it on you. Like,
yeah.
whoa.
Like, whoa. I mean, I insulted you, and then you're trying to explain,
Yeah.
but bro, I'm joking around, lighten up.
Right. It's like,
It's just
oh.
like, oh, that's
Adam, you
that's
should probably report him to the flight attendant.
you need to tell somebody.
Look at that. He's a closer.
He's a closer.
He's a closer on a story. Pretentious illiterate.
Pretentious illiterate.
Sorry that I couldn't live up to your standards. You don't have to watch my videos.
Well, he
but
just
thanks for
wanted
helping
to-
that one get.
He's looking out for everyone else.
He's looking out for everybody else, and
Yep.
that's what he does. He doesn't offer his material to be judged.
No.
He just judges everybody else's material.
Yeah. And I think we need more of that in the world, right? I think that's the goal here.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
This podcast episode really took a dark turn here.
You know.
Just real sad.
No, I'm not sad. I feel wonderful.
Thoughtful. Yeah, thoughtful.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not always funny all the time. I'm more than just a punchline.
You're more than a funny clown that dances for a 12-year-old.
That's right.
Is that
way,
from this?
Way more than that.
Yeah.
Way more than I'm not just a clown.
All right. Well, that's the end of our podcast.
Was I gonna get to share a comment or?
I just forgot. I'm sorry. The last one we only did one. Yeah. I didn't know you had one. I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
Yeah. Did you have one?
I'm totally kidding. I don't have them in front of me
So you're not going to say.
because I don't have TikTok on my
Oh,
phone.
no,
Wait.
but do you have a positive comment? Then?
I do have. I feel like the majority of mine are positive.
Oh, do you want to rub it in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it feels weird now to just be like, well,
No,
I
let's
got a
hear it.
really positive one.
Let's hear it.
I mean, there's all kinds of that are just very positive that make me feel really good.
You know what you're saying right now?
Sorry.
I just was saying, oh man, I got a lot of negative comments on this
I know.
one. And then you're like, oh man, that's crazy. I got so many positives.
I know.
Do you want?
I have had-
You've stopped us. Do you want to
I'm
share?
sorry. Now this is all just blowing up in my face.
Nope. Yeah, let's hear it. Maybe-
The positive ones aren't funny. Like they're just nice.
Then why did you just say?
I was making a joke
Oh, well,
because I could tell you forgot to ask me if I had one.
I did forget. You know what? I'm gonna look because I do have TikTok on my
Okay,
phone.
look up my comments.
All right.
Look up my comments.
I'll see. I'm gonna find one. Oh, it's gonna hurt you.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see here.
I hope I get a
Here we
comment
are.
on the podcast. That
Someone
says,
comment
"Mute
on-
that guy's mic."
You that guy's mic.
Someone comment on this podcast about Gary so that Gary can participate in the comment of the week.
Oh, I would love that. Look at this video. 12. This video did, your last video, your dancing video did so well. It's hard to see. You got
I even saw that, and I'm not on social media.
You did? Oh.
96,000 views.
Somebody showed
That's
me.
really
That's
good.
actually pretty low.
Oh my god.
I'm not trying to. I'm
Oh,
just being
good
honest.
night.
That's actually not. I
Found
was
out
actually
that
kind of disappointed.
Pretentious illiterate is actually Chris.
Jeez.
I am very thankful for the amount of views it has. But you said it like, "Ooh, it did really well."
That's on TikTok.
I would
Yeah,
say
that's on TikTok.
For Steven videos, I should be in the 150 to 300 range.
You're getting there. You just posted it yesterday, didn't you?
Tuesday.
No, it was on Tuesday.
Okay, all right. I am going through 1,200 comments. I cannot find a freaking negative comment.
Well, what do they say?
Time to take dancing lessons. Please wait for me, Steven.
Yeah.
Because this video is of you dancing. That dancing is perfect. Great vocals. They're saying you're singing poorly in this, and they're saying good job.
No, that's sarcastic.
This made my morning. OMG. I'm going through these, and I'm like, oh, good. Here's a negative one, and it says the problem with this one is you're a bit too cute.
To pull off that character, is that what you're saying? Yeah. So someone duetted me,
Okay.
and sometimes the duets can be a little strange.
Yeah.
Just the nature of the character.
Women.
Yeah, there haven't been anything that's been too overtly sexual. There was a lady who was in bed, an older woman who was in bed with like a.
I don't know why I said like that. An older lady, an old woman. Yeah, yeah.
That old, but she's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, that's a growing demographic. Actually, that's true. The older generation
is liking your stuff or saying TikTok.
I mean TikTok in general is growing exponentially, and like older people are starting to get more connected to it. Well, I don't know about that.
Wow. This episode is going to be called "Chris is Great."
Anyways, so there's been some weird ones over the years. So this lady, it wasn't even so much what she did; it was the caption on her video said. Of her duet, the caption said, "Future Mrs. Munch."
Oh, your real name.
And so I was like, "Hey, Lisa, look at you're not gonna like this."
Oh man,
that's the first time anybody's ever said that. And she was doing it in characters. I don't even know why she may have just gotten confused and thought like the character's name.
Why wasn't it
Stephen Munch or something? I don't know.
Oh man.
And it was just she was being silly. It wasn't a big deal, but I just thought it was funny that it was like, oh, Lisa's gonna love that.
Yeah.
That it said Mrs. Munch.
Yeah. Well,
there's usually a pretty clear, definitive line between character and
I think it's healthy to know that you've got options.
Yeah.
If this one doesn't work out, what's it been?
No.
18 years?
It's 19. It'll be 20 years in January.
Is that for real?
That's for real.
Are you going to do something big?
Oh my gosh. I mean, come on. You know me, right? When it comes to traveling, plans.
Talk about it.
Planning. Yeah. I'm going to talk a big game.
Do you need me to plan your anniversary?
I might need some help.
We do balance each other out.
I might need some help of just like, I've had thoughts rolling around. I was like, oh, we should do this or we should do that.
Yes.
It's hard for me to actually make that happen.
Yeah. You know what you should do? Something.
I really want to do something.
Yeah. I feel like if I don't help, this is where it's going to stop.
It might.
Lisa doesn't say like, hey, let's go do, it's a big one. It's 20.
I think I would actually be the one pushing more. She's more conservative when it comes to spending money on trips and that kind of stuff.
That's admirable.
She would love it.
She would love a trip.
But she probably would feel guilty about like pushing for some big thing or something like that.
Yeah. On the other end, we're about to hit 12.
Yeah.
Next week. And it's in 5 days. Actually, it's a good thing I said that out loud. And I'm thinking New Zealand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wanted to go there on the 10, but it was closed because of COVID.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
In 5 days, you want to go to New Zealand?
No. I mean, I'm saying that, I wouldn't go in October anyway because it would be a little too cold.
Oh, and you love Australia as well,
I love Australia.
I'm getting so many comments and messages from people in Australia.
And I would use that as an excuse to go.
Oh, that's right.
I made a friend. Need to go.
I made a friend. A guy reached out to me. Hi, Josh. Hey, Josh, if you're watching.
Yeah.
He reached out to me. Super cool guy who used to work at a church and is now doing comedy. And
well, there you go.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, big time.
Sorry. I don't
No.
know why I'm talking about that. I just thought it was interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is about my stuff that
Yeah.
the Australians seem to
What
enjoy.
did you do last year for your anniversary?
Probably nothing.
Just period.
Probably went out to dinner.
We did go. Where did you go?
Oh, we probably went to Stonehorse.
Okay. I mean, that's a.
Yeah, it's our it's our regular date night restaurant, so it's not that special.
Yeah.
I need help, guys. Help me to think bigger.
All right. Tell you what. Maybe if we can remember
Give us the budget.
next episode, what should Chris? Yeah. Just
Give
We'll
me a
just
budget.
plan it. We'll tell you when to get there. We'll make sure your bag doesn't have the lithium battery in it. All right.
Okay,
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yep. All right. Well, if you want to connect with us, follow us on social media, Chris Much Comedy, order a cameo from any of his characters. Yep. And I think by the time this comes out, I will have already filmed my new special, which is called Who Brought the Kid? And just means that it'll be out pretty soon.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you can check out my last one, A Night of Storytelling and Comedy. It's on YouTube. And you can watch it for free. Cool.
Cool.
Adam Bush, Chris Munch, Gary Hornstein. Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.